Hello! Welcome to the sketchbook tour of my sketchbook 33, also known as Gregor, because I named it Gregor. Because why not? I watched too much What We Do in the Shadows lately. I just recently finished it, and from the day I started maining it, it took me only 52 days to fill up. Which also was kind of a goal, because the last sketchbook took me longer than I wanted it to. Yeah. You may read the content warnings if you like. It is a Clairefontaine sketchbook that I just recently made a review about, so if you would like to know more about that, go to that video. Here we have some of the artwork I made during the review. Some more. This is just me. Like, it is drawn from a picture of me at the Marina Abramovich exhibition in Zurich. It was in Zurich, right? Yeah, I think it was in Zurich. This is from an old photography project that I accidentally printed out too many examples of, and I didn't want to just throw them away, so they're in here now. I found this thingy on the floor, and this is my OC Casey. When you see like a page with a clip and a little tab, it is a planner page that I clamped together, because I don't think you need to know when I had what test or when the last time was that I was at a dentist's. Don't think that's relevant to random people on the internet. Some thumbnails and some kind of like diary doodles in like a more chibi style, if you want to call it that. And then I was just painting things I found on Pinterest, because I have some excess paint. And here we come to the part where I kept developing mutants for my webcomic I'm currently working on. Nothing is up yet, but I'm making progress. I'm a little bit behind my plan because of finals, but I think I could work that up easily. I think the plan is not entirely deranged, because I'm not much behind. Because I thought like maybe focus on school would be smart. Yeah. And here we have more mutant stuffs. I'm not sure about the coloring though. I finally landed at a mutant design that I like though, which that took a while. That really took a while. I mean, technically seen, I have it in all my sketchbook tours, but also let me know if you want like a design timeline where I go over why and when and what changes were made. I'd be open for that. Some more mutant stuffs, and this is another OC. Boria, he is Casey's dad, and here we have some lore for vampires. They're both vampires. Actually, Casey's a hybrid, but like, you'll get it. And here we have some, how the 5 families here are related and not related and befriended and hate each other and stuff like that. And here we have like powers explained, because the main families have like more common powers within the family and stuff like that. Yeah, very, very lore heavy sketchbook, I feel like. Yeah. And here we have more Casey with his husband Spencer, being cute. And some random Venus flytraps, a skull, and a coffin. Because why not? I mean, we're drawing vampires and dark elves, might as well be a bit more spooky. And here we have another mutant design. This is like for a different mutant, but I had a design for that mutant before that I liked better than like the first mutant I showed you, the old design, but then I redesigned the old design of the other mutant, and now I need to make them more similar because else it kind of looks weird if they look entirely different. Yeah. And here we have another OC that will probably appear in the webcomic, however, likely redesigned because I'm not happy with the design yet. Yeah, some figure studies from Line of Action. And this is thumbnail sketch thingies for a painting that I made for my boyfriend. Here we have some more designing of some of the vampires in the family trees, and yeah, it's Alex and Andre and their, well, no, Andre and Alexi, but like it's just Alex usually. Yeah, they're twins. That's all I wanted to say about them. They're vampire twins. And they basically used to work for magical version of the mafia. They somehow ditched though, don't ask me how. This is a directly referenced copy to learn rendering. I have the reference in my reference folder on Pinterest. And this is basically taking random other shape and applying what I've learned on rendering metal. Yeah. Because I'm not that great with digital rendering and I want to get better. So I'm doing studies and copies. This is a wonderfully photobashed reference of the painting I did for my boyfriend. It's gorgeous. And here we have more Alex doodles, but a bit more wacky doodles. And here we had like a author, Martina Klaudecher, coming to her school and telling us about her book. And I sat there, and because I otherwise lose focus, I was drawing her. And the thing is, the first graders in my school actually had like a life drawing course where they were all sitting around us, drawing us. So basically, I probably have been drawing someone, which I think is wonderful. And here we have some more OCs and like heights and stuffs. Yeah, it's just playing around with watercolors, like testing what watercolors I wanted to use for the painting for my boyfriend. It was his birthday, so I put a lot of thought into it. Here we have me trying to design a sister for the vampire twins, Andre and Alexi. So yeah, I named her Irina. Didn't go far with that though. Should revisit. And here I was finished with the painting for my boyfriend, but then I got I had like a roll on watercolor, so I did some watercolor sketches and like trying out some techniques and stuffs. Yeah. And here we have, I had excess acrylic paint and slapped it on a page and then didn't know what to do with it. And then one day I was sitting in class with a white Posca pen and doodling because I got bored and I didn't want to lose focus. And this random thing I stuck in. Yeah. These were actually also more excess paint I had because I was painting a sign for an ice cream shop. And I didn't just want to waste the paint, so I put it in here in a different sketchbook, and then I never did anything with it. Well, these are some more OCs. They're all in the same story. Besides this is Mike, this is webcomic Mike. The blue ones are all in the same story though. And it was also the halfway point on the 31st of March. And here we have another OC, Jester. He's one of my most drawn OCs, I think. And they are also in the same story. I don't know why that took me so long to see. And this is on the back of a Cyberdog bag. Can you tell it's early in the morning and I have not been awake for long? I'm assuming. And this is the thing that I saw on Pinterest. Not Pinterest. A lady doing on TikTok. Basically, like Sandtangle, but it's watercolor and it's like lines. And I kind of got obsessed with that towards the end of my last sketchbook. And I felt like doing that again. So I did it. Because it's kind of quite stress relieving to me. Yes. This is Lauren again. That lady. And it was mainly like an experiment with layering watercolors. Like basically the whole thing was painted with 2 colors only. And when you squint your eyes together, the skin and hair kind of looks like normal colored. At least to me. I don't know if it translates through the screen. But yeah, it was an experiment. Oh, and here we have another one of my most drawn OCs. It's Jay. They're technically seeing a criminal, but he then killed his father, who was an even worse criminal, and like a serial killer. And then the magical court was like, well, you technically did something good, but it's still a crime. So we don't want to send you to jail. But you may be a teacher now. For like magical defense. Good luck with that. And Jay's like, I hate people. Yeah. You may read the stuffs if you can read it. I think the things I wrote are funny, but also I wrote them, so I don't know if they're actually funny. Like to other people. But yeah, tell me if you thought they were funny. And here we have some random bunnies and lambs. Because I wanted to draw something, but didn't know what, and just started typing in random shit in Pinterest and found these cute pictures and wanted to draw them. Unfortunately, it's smudged a lot because I did not apply any fixative. Which is sad. But well. Then you probably all seen that before, where people just paint blobs and then draw stuffs in it. Sometimes I like to do that when I like want to draw and I want to move my hands, but I don't know what to draw. I just blob. Would recommend. Although I wouldn't recommend doing it with watercolors because I had to wait an awful long time until I could start the doodles and the paint was dry. Yeah. This is Spencer and Casey again, but they look a little bit different because they're off at a concert. Yeah. And Casey, the werewolf vampire hybrid, is actually very old and was in the OG punk and goth scene. Perfect. Words are hard. And he still really enjoys the music and has political views, but he's not as active in his community anymore. And Spencer encouraged him to be more active again, and now they're going together to concerts and venues and meetups, and yeah, fun times. Here I was like, well, one of the mutants is like a bear mutant. How do I even draw a bear? Because I wanted the mutant form to look a bit like a bear, but if I don't even know how the bear looks like, how the fuck am I supposed to do that? So I did that, but I really don't like the design yet, and I really need to work that over. But I don't know how I want it to look like. I really don't know how I want it to look like yet. I just know not like this. So yeah, I'll have to retry that a lot again and see how it turns out, because this is not it. Oh no, here we come to the mushroom guys. is sad. I had this mushroom OC for quite a long time, like the blue one, and I really enjoy doodling him, but he's always alone. It's like, well, you need a companion of sorts. So I made him a mushroom boyfriend. But then it was like, what was their backstory? And then I wrote a very sad backstory. But I now really want to make that into like a short comic. But I already have too much to do with my webcomic. But I'm saving it up so you're not seeing it. So I can still do that when I have time. I might do the short comic of these in between chapter 1 and 2, though. Because I'm not waiting 12 chapters. Like, the fuck, no. And this is them before they turn into mushroom guys. Just living their life. I really like that one. Sketch. It has like a nice flow and the shading is nice and I like it. Same with this one, but also this one. I know he's dead, but like I like the most. Oh my god. Yeah. So like we have non-mushroom everyday stuff's happening and mushroom stuff's happening. And this is me and my brain being entirely cooked from studying maths because I recently had my maths finals. I still have German finals and art history finals, but otherwise I'm done, but I don't know how they turn out. Like, I don't think I fucked them up completely, but I'm still nervous because you never know. Scary. And here is me basically doing a color test for this because I initially planned on painting that on the cover, but I don't think that's happening anymore. Yeah, no. And this is a random card. This is also a concept that I had in my head for a long time. And I really want to paint it, but I don't even know what media and anything. I don't know. I don't think it's done cooking yet, but I wanted to make a proper sketch of it so I wouldn't forget. So here we have Chester again. You know, the guy on the Cyberdog bag, remember? This is their kid. Through elves, magic, guild science, and flowers. There's a part in this story where the world falls apart into flying islands and everyone knows magic exists, but a lot of people, like human people, hate magic and stuffs, and he is very obviously magical. I mean, look at him. So he has to have like a disguise as a human where you can't see his dark markings of a shadow curse that shadow elves have. So they have their shadow powers because they're basically normal elves but cursed in this world. But they're not necessarily doing bad. It was also a curse that was meant well. But the entity that cursed them can only curse people and not like grant them powers otherwise. So that's why they're cursed. Yeah. This is him just chilling in his hut. And this is him when he has to go out and pretend to not be magical. So he's wearing gloves, high-ass choker collar thingy, and this is like some in-between shit when he's like coming clear to someone like, you better don't fuck with me. You're like, you possess no chains that can hold me and no weapons that can kill me. I wish you good luck though. I don't know what this tells you about him. I don't know. I really don't know. Or me. I don't know what the This is the magazine spread that my boyfriend had from somewhere. And this is what I drew underneath. Because I wanted to make it pink and black so it would match the spread. I never finished that though. That is me staring out of a creepy window. Looking creepy. But I never finished it. So yeah, it looks a bit silly. And then we have pre-world split up Chester and his newly found girlfriend because he found a group of shadow elves. And one of them fell in love with him and he fell in love with her, and then that's where we are, I guess. And this is me being very, very over the sketchbook and wanting to move on. And I already started my new sketchbook at that point. And I was like, you know what? I'm making a birthday party. It was not my birthday. It was like on the weekend after. But anyways, I was like, I'm not feeling like doing that. Let's just force my friends to do it. Well, not force them, because one of them is still a minor and I don't condone to child labor. But like, basically, I was like, I just plopped it open, added some pens and pencils, was like, go at it. And 3 of them did. And I think they turned out very cute. I like them. OC log, which I tend to do, where I just note down all of the OCs I drew in a sketchbook and how many times, because I think it's funny. And this is sketchbook recap, and this is empty by now. It's just a envelope as a pocket, because the sketchbook did not come with a pocket. Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and I hope you generally enjoy art stuffs and shenanigans, and maybe stick around and subscribe. I mean, you don't have to, but I can assure you it will be fun. And with that being said, I hope to see you soon again. And until then, I hope you have a wonderful time. Bye!